An extension group. This time we're just going to talk about simplifying linear equations. So linear equations are any equations where the x does not have a power. Okay, so if I write 2x plus 5 equals 10, that is a linear equation because there is no power. If I wrote something like that is not a linear equation because x has a power attached to it, okay? Ta-da! Right, so let's look at ways to simplify. Now, we did this last term, but I know that we're all a bit rusty because we've had 2.5 weeks off. So let's start talking about how we solve them. So let's do a really simple one to begin with, okay? So 10x minus 5 equals 15. Let's do something like that. So what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to move things around to get x on its own. So the first thing that we would move would be this negative 5 here. If it's minus on this side of the equal sign, remember we put it on the other side of the equal sign and do the opposite. So that becomes a plus 5. So 10x equals 20. Then we have to get x on its own. This is 10 times x, so we do the opposite. We divide. X is 2, right? Now, what if we had something a little more complicated? Let's look at this. What if we had something like that? First step, expand the brackets. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so we've got 4x plus 4. Remember, we times what's outside. We times what's outside by both bits inside, and we do the same here. So we've got 3x take 6. It's 3 times negative 2. Watch your signs. Then what we're going to do is put all of the like terms together. So let's put all the x's on one side of the equal sign and all the normal numbers on the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to have 4x, and we're going to bring the 3x over, which makes it negative 3x because it's positive on this side. And then we've still got a negative 6 on this side, and we're also going to bring this positive 4 to the other side, which makes it negative 4. So 4x minus 3x is just x, and negative 6 take 4 is negative 10. So now we've solved that equation. We call that solving for x. So now we know what x is. Let's do something slightly different. I'm going to make this up, so we're possibly going to end up with fractions or something, but that could be fine. Let's make it something like this. All right, let's have a go at that. So once again, we multiply what's outside the brackets by everything inside the brackets. So we end up with 6x plus 9 equals negative 4x plus 40, because negative 4 times negative 10 is positive 40. They cancel each other out. Now let's do the same thing. Let's put all the like terms together. So what we'll do is we'll put all the x's on this side. So remember, we're going to bring this negative 1 over here. Yeah, we're definitely going to end up with fractional answers. And then we've got 40 on this side, and we've got a 9 over here, so we're going to bring it over, and we end up with take 9. So why have I got negative? This is not a smart thing to do. Don't need two equal signs, do we? All right, and then so we end up with 10x equals 31. Then what we're going to do is get x on its own. So we're going to divide by 10. So x equals, I've got no room, do I? So 3 1/10, which is fine. Sometimes you will get fractional answers, and that's okay. If we were plotting a graph, this would be our x-intercept because we have solved this equation for x. Don't really worry about that because, yeah, anyway, that's a bit complicated. But for now, you need to know how to solve linear equations, which is what we've just been doing there. So hopefully that's a bit of a memory jogger, and good luck.